Hey, good morning, sports lovers. If you're still up, if you're with us, it is Tuesday morning. If you stayed up and watched Monday Night Raw, if you stayed up and watched Monday Night Football, or whatever you happen to stay up and do, or if you're just getting up, if you're ready to go out there and play a solid round of ice golf, then we're ready to go. I want to tell you, got a big show for you today. Uh, but as always, we start every show with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you're wearing a hat, if you will please take it off and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, everybody, come in and join us this morning. Like I say, getting up, if you're going to bed, if you're just hanging out, well, come in and join us. I think we got a pretty good show for you today. We want to make sure that we salute and honor all of our service members, those presently serving, those that have served in the past, and those that will serve in the future. Also, never forgetting those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom so that we could be free today. All right. One more thing. Get started here. You can't go without a beverage. No siree. And this morning, our beverage of choice is Ohio University Bobcat Water. Some really good stuff there. There's party water in there. Anyway, getting us off and rolling, just some thoughts to kick us off. Look, I'm not a whiner for any team, but having said that, the NFL officiating just stinks. Something's got to be done for the good of the game in the league and the fans. Officiating has to be looked at, investigated, whatever you want to call it. It just needs to be done. It's become too blatant. We see this over and over. We as fans are not stupid. We're not blind. If you think that's is the NFL, if you think you're so invincible, you need to think again. Sunday was just prime examples. Something is wrong and something smells. The Bears are for real. New England Pats are for real. The Rams stumbled. Who's the real and who's the pretenders? You name them. Many choices here to pick from. Week 14 coming up. For some teams, it's already time to plan for the draft. Coming up today, we got trivia. We got week 13 review. We got week 14 picks, standings, NCAA tops in basketball, NCAA tops in football. We got some trivia. We got it. So let's get this thing running here this morning and see if we can kick it into holiday gear this morning. All right, we're going to kick you off this morning just to get you going, get you settled down, however you want to look at the whole thing. We'll get it set up here, and we will get it going. All right, in trivia this morning, what player in the NFL has won the most Super Bowls? What player has won the second most Super Bowls? What now defunct league did the NFL merge with in 1966? Who won the first Super Bowl? Name 3 teams that have never won a Super Bowl. What teams have never played in a Super Bowl? What team has a logo on only one side of its helmet? What team has no logo on its helmet? What was the name of the song the Chicago Bears recorded during their 1985 Super Bowl winning season? The Pittsburgh Steelers have had the fewest number of head coaches in the NFL since 1969, with 3. Can you name them? John Elway played his entire career for the Denver Broncos. What team initially drafted him? And what brothers were overall number 1 picks in the NFL draft? And we're going to come back a little bit later with those for you. And looking at your NCAA football, big one coming up this week. It's Ohio State and Indiana slugging it out for the Big Ten championship and the number 1 ranking. Coming in at number 10 in the top 10 this week. Alabama comes in at number 10 at 10-2. Notre Dame at number 9, 10-2. Oklahoma 10-2. Number 7, Texas A&M, after being upset, they come in at 11-1. Number 6, Texas Tech at 11-1. Ole Miss at 11-1. Oregon at 11-1. And Georgia at number 3 at 11-1. And as we mentioned, number 2, Indiana, and number 1, Ohio State clash at Lucas Oil Stadium this week. Number 4, Georgia takes on number 10, Alabama, and number 11, BYU takes on number 5, Texas Tech. So lots of good college football coming up for you this week. Your top 10 in NCAA basketball: Iowa State at 7-0, BYU at 6-1, Houston at 7-1, Michigan State at 7-0, Louisville at 7-0, UConn at 6-1, Duke at 8-0, Michigan at 7-0, Arizona at 7-0, and staying on top this week are the Purdue Boilermakers at 7-0. If you're ready, let's get to our Week 13 recap. It was the Bills 26, the Steelers 7. We took the Bills in this one. Rodgers was 10 for 21, 117. Rodgers really got beat up in this one. For the Steelers, Rodgers, like I say, took a beating in this one. For the Bills, Allen was 15-23, 123, 1 TD, 1 interception. And Cook had 32 for 144. Notes on the game: Mike Tomlin said, "That's an awful performance by us, but it's us." The Steelers entered halftime with a 7-3 lead. In the second half, it was all the Bills. Pittsburgh only managed 58 yards on the ground, and they were beaten the time of possession 41-59 to 18:01 minutes. And this was in the home stadium of the Steelers. And all you could say was this was all Bills in the second half. Aaron Rodgers went down at one point, had to leave the game. Hopefully, his wrist will heal pretty quickly for the Steelers' sake. It was the Chargers 31, the Raiders 14. We took the Chargers in this one. Herbert was 15 to 20, 151, 2 TDs, 1 interception, and he was sacked 3 times. Vidal, 25 carries, 126, 1 TD. Vidal broke a 59-yard TD run in the third quarter. This is the 10th straight loss for the Raiders against their AFC West opponents. Greg Olsen took over as lead playmaker, but only was able in his first week to have the Raiders be 2-8 on third downs. They were outgained 192 to 31 on the ground. All Chargers here. The Broncos 27, Commanders 26 in OT. We took the Broncos in that one. Knicks was 29 to 45, 321, 1 TD, 1 interception. Mariota was 28 to 50, 294, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Mariota for the Commanders also led on the ground with 10 carries for 55. Ertz had 10 receptions for 106. Commanders fail on the 2-point conversion in OT to give the Broncos the win. Kudos for the Commanders playing to win. It was the Seahawks 26, the Vikings zip. We took the Seahawks in this one. Darnold 14 to 26, 128 yards. On the Vikings side, Brosmer was 19 to 31, 26. He had 4 interceptions. The Vikings did not score a point for the first time in 18 years. The Vikings quarterback, McCarthy, was ruled out of the game due to a previous week's concussion. It's the 4th consecutive loss for the Vikings. The Vikings need to sharpen their horns really quick. It was Tampa Bay 20, Arizona 17. Mayfield 18 to 28, 194, 1 TD. Irving 17 carries, 61, 1 TD. And Godwin 3 receptions, 78 yards. On the Arizona side, Brissett was 29 to 40, 301 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Knight 11 carries, 62 yards. McBride 8 receptions, 82 yards and a TD. And Harrison Jr. 6 receptions for 69 yards. It was all Tampa Bay in this one, even though the score sounds closer. Arizona came back, had its moment in this one, but Tampa Bay led most of the way. 1 TD, no interceptions for Mayfield, a much-needed Tampa Bay win. It was the Jags all over the Titans, 25 to 3. We had the Jags in this one. Lawrence 16 to 27, 229, 2 TDs. Myers 6 receptions, 90 yards, 1 TD. For the Titans, Ward 24-38, 141. He was sacked 3 times. The Jags have seen their pass rush steadily improve. Lawrence is much improved after his 4 turnovers in the previous week against Arizona. Even though they won, the running game for the Jags was basically absent. The Jags also racked up 13 penalties for nearly 100 yards. It was the Panthers 31, the Rams 28. And we did have the Rams in this one. Young was 15 of 20, 206 yards, 3 TDs. Hubbard, 17 carries, 83 yards. Coker, 4 receptions, 74 yards, and 1 TD. On the Rams side, Stafford was 18 of 28, 243 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Smith had 3 receptions for 82 yards. They dropped from the number 1 seed in the NFC, the Rams did. This should be their wake-up call of the season for them. This team has very high expectations. The Rams have not trailed in their last almost 6 games. Wake-up call, Rams. And the Browns came back down to earth as the 49ers took them 26-8. And we did have the 49ers. Purdy 16 of 29, 168, 1 TD, 1 interception. McCaffrey 20 carries, 53 yards, 1 TD. For the Browns, Sanders 60 of 25, 149, 1 TD. He was sacked 3 times. Judkins 23 carries, 91 yards. It was Sanders' second start for the Browns, and welcome to earth. 66-yard punt return by Sky Moore got the 49ers going. Fumbles helped to burst the Browns' bubble, and Myles Garrett raised his sack total to 19 on the season. It was the Jets 27, the Falcons 24. We did take the Falcons in that one. Taylor was 19 of 33, 172 yards, 1 TD. Hall had 19 carries, 68 yards, and a TD. And Mitchell had 8 receptions, 102 yards, 1 TD. For the Falcons, Cousins was 21 of 33, 233, 1 TD. Robinson, 23 carries, 142 yards, 1 TD in the losing effort. And Pitts had 7 receptions for 82 yards. This was an ugly game. Atlanta's exceptionally poor play on special teams. And in this one, the Texans 20, the Colts 16. Stroud was 22 of 35, 276, 1 INT. Marks had 19 carries, 64 yards. Chubb had 9 carries for 34 yards and a TD. On the Colts side, Jones was 14 of 27, 201 yards, 2 TDs, and he was sacked 1 time. Taylor, 21 carries, 85 yards. This game was the story of the Texans' defense, just stifling the Colts all day. The Dolphins took the Saints 21-17. We had the Saints in this one. T2 was 12-23, 157, 1 INT, but he was sacked 4 times. On the Saints side, Slow, 26 of 38, 239, 2 TDs, 1 interception, and he was sacked 4 times. After this one, T2 thanked his running backs and defense for this win. The D had 3 takeaways. T2 should thank him. He was just 53% on his passing for the day. And the Bears are for real. The Bears took the Eagles 24-15. Williams was 17 of 36, 154, 1 TD, 1 interception. Hurts was 19 of 34, 230, 2 TDs, 1 interception for the Eagles. Saquon Barkley in this one was held to just 53 yards. Brown had 10 receptions, 132 yards, and 2 DDs. How about them Bears? Are you convinced yet? The Bears offense rolled. The Eagles were just 4 of 12 on third down attempts. The Bears defense is really starting to roll. And the Bengals, 32, the Ravens 14. Burrow is back, and so are the Bengals. Burrow was 24 of 46, 261 in the air, 2 TDs. Brown, 15 carries, 78 yards. Chase, 7 receptions for 110. On the Ravens side, Jackson was 17 of 32, 246, 1 INT, but he was sacked 3 times. Likely was 5 receptions, 95 yards. Burrow is back. Suddenly, it could get interesting in that division. And the defense forced 5 Raven turnovers. And it was the Cowboys 31, the Chiefs 28. Prescott 27-39, 320, 2 TDs, 1 INT. Lamb 7 receptions, 112 yards in a TD. And Pickens 6 receptions for 88. This is, if not one of the best receiving combos in the league. On the Chiefs side, Holmes 23 for 134, 23 of 34, 261, 4 TDs in this. Rice 8 receptions, 92 yards, 2 TDs. Holmes cut the deficit to 3 points with just over 3 minutes left. But the Cowboys held on to the ball after that. Mahomes and company never got to touch the ball after that. And in Monday Night Football, it was the Pats over the Giants. May 24-31, 282, 2 DDs. He was sacked 3 times. Henderson, 11 carries, 67 yards. And for the Giants, Dart, 17-24, 139, and 1 TD, and he was sacked twice. Dart was playing his first game since the concussion 2 weeks ago. Patriots dominate all phases of this game. 10 straight wins for New England. They are for real. The Pats, Marcus Jones returned a punt for a touchdown in the first quarter, and that was that. So for the week, we were 7 for 7 on the games. So for the year, we're hanging in there right at 50%. Hey, if you're thinking about on Thanksgiving about throwing that pig skin around, if you thought you could get out there, stretch out those ligaments, get those quads moving, here's a little insight for you might want to think about. The first Star Wars movie was in 1977. Elvis died in 1977. MTV premiered in 1981. The first moon landing was 1969. The Sopranos premiered in 1999. Richard Nixon resigned in 1974. World War II ended in 1945. The Beatles first appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show in 1964, and Happy Days premiered on TV in 1974. So next time you think about going out and throwing that ball around and playing some football with the kids, think about that maybe before you go to do that. And bringing you up to date on your NFL standings in the NFC North. The Bears are at 9-3, the Packers are at 8-3, and the Lions are at 7-5. In the NFC South, Tampa Bay 7-5, Panthers are 7-6. The NFC West, it's all knotted up. The Rams are 9-3. 49ers are 9-4. The Seahawks are 9-3. In the NFC East, the Eagles are 8-4, with the Cowboys at 6-5. In the AFC North, it's all bunched up. The Ravens are 6-6. Steelers are 6-6. And Joe Burrow is back with the Bengals, so don't count them out even with 8 losses. They are 4-8. AFC South, the Jags are 8-4, Colts are 8-4, and the Texans are 7-5. In the AFC West, the Broncos are 10-2, Chargers are 8-4, and the Chiefs hanging around at 6-6. The AFC East, it's the Pats 11-2, and the Bills 8-4. And that's your standings going into Week 14. Now, let's get out the clackers. These are your picks for Week 14. We're taking the Cowboys over the Lions. Yes, we're taking the Browns over the Titans. Browns looking for their 4th win. The Titans looking to hold on to the number 1 pick in the draft. Will drop to 1-12. Seahawks over the Falcons. Colts over the Jags. Good game going here. Vikings over the Commanders. Bengals over the Bills. Tampa Bay over New Orleans. The Ravens over the Steelers. The Jets over the Dolphins. The Broncos over the Raiders. Rams over Arizona. The Bears over the Packers. The Bears roll on. The Chiefs over the Texans. That's a tough one. Eagles over the Chargers on Monday. And that are your picks for Week 14. We want to make sure we go back and give you those trivia answers. Got your brain working? You got coffee going? We got that Ohio University water. Okay, what player has won the most Super Bowls? Tom Brady at 7. What player has won the second most Super Bowls? That would be Charles Haley with 5. What now defunct league did the NFL merge with in 1966? That would have been AFL. Who won the first Super Bowl? The Green Bay Packers. Name 3 teams that have never won a Super Bowl. Your answer, the Houston Texans, the Carolina Panthers, Jacksonville Jaguars, the Cleveland Browns, Los Angeles Chargers, Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons, Cincinnati Bengals, Detroit Lions, Tennessee Titans, Minnesota Vikings, and the Arizona Cardinals. What teams have never played in the Super Bowl? The Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Cleveland Browns and Detroit Lions. What team has a logo on only one side of its helmet? That would be the Steelers. And what team has no logo on its helmet? That's the Cleveland Browns. What was the name of the song the Chicago Bears recorded during their 1985 Super Bowl winning season? That was the Super Bowl Shuffle. The Pittsburgh Steelers had the fewest number of head coaches in the NFL since 1969. Name them. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. John Elway played his entire career for the Denver Broncos. What team initially drafted him? That was the Baltimore Colts. And what brothers were overall number 1 picks in the NFL draft? That was Peyton Manning in 1998 and Eli Manning in 2004. That's going to do it for us. Get out there, get up, go to bed, do something. But we are going to go do something, and hopefully it's going to be something good. So have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the NFL week. Enjoy the NCAA basketball, football games coming up, basketball. Go ahead and get out of here and have a great day, everybody. And we will catch you next Tuesday on the Dave C. Sports Show. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own.